This podcast is brought to you by WTOE Radio at throughoureyes.org.
Hi, this is Cheryl Echevarria of Echevarria Travel, your one-on-one travel agent making your travel dreams come true, home of the independent traveler. Whether you're sighted, blind, or disabled, whether you use a cane, guide dog, or sighted guide, Echevarria Travel will get you there safely. Come and learn more about traveling independently.
Come with me, let's go. Come with me, let's go. Come with me, let's go. Come with me, let's go.
Hello, everybody. It's Cheryl Echevarria of the Echevarria Travel Show. And today is June 5th, 2013. And it's actually the Echevarria Travel Show's first anniversary on the WTOE network. So I want to first thank Lenny and Lori, as well as Joe Ruffalo and the Northeast chapter of the NFB of New Jersey for allowing me to be a host on the WTOE network. And which reminds me, the WTOE network is run by the Northeast chapter of the NFB in New Jersey, and we're run by donations by you, the listeners. So we appreciate you listening in, and if you'd like to donate, you could send a check made out to the Northeast chapter of the NFB of New Jersey and put it in the memo for throughoureyes.org or WTOE Network, and send it to 254 Spruce Street, Bloomfield, New Jersey, 07003. Just a little side note, Lenny, if you can hear me, I can't hear you if you're trying to talk to me or anything else. I just want to let you know that. Tonight, when we come back from our 2-minute break, we're talking tonight about how to get into being a travel agent working in the travel profession. Many of you know that I am with a host agency.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently Cheryl's Skype has frozen, so we're going to be momentarily off the air. We'll play some music until we get her back. We apologize for that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and we think we have Cheryl back online, so we'll give this another shot. Cheryl, go ahead.
Hey, I could hear you now. And yes, we're back. I don't know how much anybody heard, but I was welcoming everybody to my first anniversary show of the Echevarria Travel show. And tonight we have Emily Peters from Montrose Travel, who's my BDM, which is Business Development Manager over at Montrose Travel, Montrose Travel is my host agency, and we will be discussing what a host agency is and what they do for a travel professional and all that good stuff. Are we going to commercial? I don't know. Should I bring Emily on? Emily, are you there?
I am here.
Hey, Emily. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. What I usually do is I ask my guests to introduce themselves, what they do at Montrose Travel, how long you've been there, and we'll go from there. So tell us a little bit about Emily Peters from Montrose Travel.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to thank you for having me on the show today. I really appreciate it, and congratulations on your 1-year anniversary. I think that's great.
Thank you.
My name's Emily Peters. I'm the Business Development Manager over here at Montrose Travel for our hosting program. That is the branch of Montrose Travel that works with independent travel professionals who want to start their own home-based travel agency, but don't want to go it alone. So basically, I'm the frontman for that program. I've been with Montrose going on 3 years now, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Great. I've been with Montrose Travel since 2009. I did have a break for about a year, and being a travel professional, it's very good to have a host agency because, as Emily will explain, what a host agency actually does, and also a little history about Montrose Travel because you're out in California, and unless you're a travel professional, you really don't know who Montrose Travel is and how long they have been in business. But there's a lot of pluses to working with a reliable host agency. So, Emily, can you give us a little history on Montrose Travel?
Yeah, Montrose Travel was established as a retail travel agency here in the small town of Montrose, California, back in 1956. And then in 1972, the McClure family actually bought the local agency, which was basically failing at the time, and they turned it around. That was Joe Sr. and Leora McClure, and they turned it into a successful travel agency. And about 20 years later, their two kids, Joe and Andy, they wound up purchasing the agency from their parents, and at the time they had grown it to about a $6 million company, and then between then and now it's grown to be about a $165 million travel management company, and Andy actually heads up our hosting division, and that's really her baby and her wheelhouse.
Yeah, Andy and Debbie and everybody in the HBA or home-based agent support area, it has been really wonderful. And when I first came as a travel agent, I actually know an existing agent that's with Montrose Travel to this day. His name is Maurice Shackelford, and he's down in Georgia. He's with the NFB of Georgia, and he owns Peachtree Travel. We're all our own small business owners. We're independent contractors. And if you see on my emails or my website, it says affiliate as an independent contractor with Montrose Travel. That's what we're talking about. Emily, usually when I'm talking to people about what a host agency is, it's basically our administrative support, our back-end office of our agency. Am I kind of hitting the nail on the head there, or do you want to alleviate a little more exactly, or should I? Let's start over. Somebody that's looking to go into the travel business, and somebody calls you on the line. What is the information that you're giving to a client to let them know? Especially somebody who's never been a travel agent before, what would they expect to find when they're calling in and speaking to you?
Well, I think just in general, the idea of a host agency is a little bit strange at first. It's a really unique setup. It's basically if someone has a desire to build a business from home, they want to start their own travel agency, but they don't want to go it alone. They can partner with a host, and the host essentially takes care of all of the main components, all the risky things that need to be in place in order for you to establish a legitimate agency and allow you as the independent agent to really focus more on working with your client, developing your knowledge. So the host handles things like the seller of travel licensing, the bonding that's necessary, any training that's involved, technology, website, back-end accounting, that kind of stuff. The overhead, the things that could sort of intimidate someone from beginning an agency, partnering with the host is a way for you to start your own business with a lower risk and having a partner behind you so you don't feel like you're in this alone and kind of sort of doggy paddling trying to figure your way around the whole new industry.
Exactly. Like when I first called up and you have agents calling in like, oh, I've never been this before. What I usually tell my clients is that when they're looking, I also have some sub-agents working with me as well. That's when you got basically the best of both worlds. You're working with an existing travel professional, and you also have the Montrose Travel there also working with you at the same time. And when somebody comes to Montrose, comparing going alone, like there are many certifications you need as to being a travel agent, like CLIA. CLIA is the Cruise Line International Association, or IATA, which is to use to book hotels and airlines. And a lot of times you need a lot of education in this field to get the cards and the certifications. Years ago, somebody could just call up CLIA, get a card, and just get discounts as a travel professional. Nowadays, you can't do that. You have to pay a certain membership every year. Like Emily said, you need to be bonded. You have to, if you want to sell travel insurance, if you want to sell airline tickets, you need all that information on you to sell the product. You also need to learn what the products are, meaning the cruise lines, the resorts, the land destinations, and what you call Montrose offers the suppliers and the training on almost a daily basis. So can you go into a little bit about the training and the what somebody gets once they sign up with Montrose?
Yeah, we do our training live online. So essentially, if someone has access to the internet, they're going to be able to get plenty of training. We train anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week, depending. And the 3 things that we hit each week is we're always going to do something that's called our Jumpstart series. The Jumpstart series is actually something that we developed based on the feedback from agents who were new to the industry, things that they said they really wanted to have more information on, just areas of concern. So we put together what's now become an 8-part series that we run on a cyclical basis. So every 6 weeks, we'll have completed this series and we'll start over again. And that handles all the core fundamentals. I mean, it's everything from how to qualify a client, how to research a reservation, how to report a booking, how to contact suppliers, how to market your business, really the core foundation that you'll need so you make sure you get off on the right foot. So we'll always have one of those each week. Then we'll have something procedural. It could be on how to sell a Disney package. It could be on how to develop a group travel business or plan a destination honeymoon. It could be on all kinds of different things. So that's actually ongoing. There's always going to be something new sort of in that area. And then we'll always have something on a supplier. One of the best ways to equip yourself and to sort of increase your confidence as a new agent is to really get to know the suppliers that you'll be working with and that your host has strong relationships with. So we highlight a supplier, and that could be it could be a cruise line, it could be a tour operator, it could even be a travel insurance company, and we'll actually bring in a business development manager from that company, and they'll give all kinds of updates on their products, on sales techniques, on any new promotions that are going on, just to keep an agent really up to date on what's going on in the travel industry. So the training that's involved is a huge aspect to our program, and we think it's key to our agents' success. So there's definitely a lot that's available to them.
Also, we, because I'm under Montrose, have a great website that is dedicated for our clients. So when you're looking for us through our website, I use my booking engine actually on my existing website, and when somebody sees my tab, it says search booking engine or specials, it goes directly to my Montrose Travel website. That's one of the things you get when you become an independent contractor with them, and part of your annual contract is that you get a live booking engine, which means if I'm going to Echevarria Travel's website and I want to book my own airfare, I don't have to call up Cheryl Echevarria. I could actually go on Echevarria Travel's website, book my own airfare. If I need help, I could call up Cheryl and, either help me walk through it or I can do it for you. It also lists many other things like travel insurance, things going on in the industry, if there's any things going on, like how cancellations of your trips, if you want to investigate a resort, all that information's on there. As well as on the back end, as a travel professional, we get information as well, so we could pass it along to you. If we know there is a new CEO with a supplier, we could let you know, hey, Oceana Cruise Line has a new CEO, or if something new is coming up in the industry, we have the first-hand knowledge and we can put it out there to our clients. So we get a lot of detailed information to pass along to our clients. Also, I want to say, as Emily was saying about suppliers or topics and everything else, in the past, I have actually done a training webinar, and I'm going to be working with some people in this support area to work on more accessible travel, how to train a travel agent to work with people with disabilities. In the past, I've spoken about working with people with guide dogs. In fact, many NFB members are listening to this. The very first time I did this was with Marian Guizdala, who is the president of our guide dog division. So, they're very willing to help, to listen. A very supportive company, Montrose. I have to say, Emily, since I've been with Montrose, I could pick up the phone or email, and no question is stupid. It's almost like working with your family there. So it's Montrose is a very good company to work with. I know there are other competition out there that you could work with, but there's also some out there that are not the greatest host agencies to work with. I just wanted to see what else I wanted to say. Yeah. Can you go into a little bit about the contract and everything, that it's a year to year, and any other advice somebody would come and you would give them about going into the profession?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the contract, we do work on an annual basis. And one of the reasons behind it is we really want to be able to have the time to establish a relationship with someone, get to know their business, get to know their goals. That can be really difficult to do sort of on a month-to-month. So essentially when someone joins, they sign up, they pay the initial annual fee, and then they're set for the year. There's no other required monthly fees. So it keeps it really simple in terms of any sort of expected expenses and running your business. And then just in terms of advice for someone who, has sort of been toying with the idea of maybe getting involved in travel, there's a few things that you can do to learn more. I mean, I would say really get an idea of, what your goals and your visions are for your business, and look into hosting. Check us out online. We have a great website. It's at www.mtravel.com. It's really informative. There is a very helpful, complete overview right on the homepage. And find out more about whether this is a good fit for you. If you have that entrepreneurial spirit, if you want to be able to help people experience travel on all different levels, if you have that passion, then we can be a really great fit for your potential business. And then of course, reach out to me. I love talking to people. I want to hear more about the visions that you have for your own business, and it also helps me get a better idea of how we might be able to help. Email is great, but I think talking over the phone is a lot better. And even sometimes I'm able to meet with agents in person if they're local to the LA area. So definitely do your research and reach out to us. And like Cheryl was saying, no question is stupid. I think when you're starting a business, there's sort of that apprehension. There's a little bit of that fear because you're doing something so different and really so courageous. And I think that it's worth it to ask as many questions as you need so that you feel comfortable before moving forward. And that's really important.
The other thing I give people that are looking into this business is they ask me, do you have to go to college for this or this and that? No, but I always tell them you should have some business background. You should definitely know your geography. you have to be willing to travel, because being a travel agent, that's what we do. I mean, we sell travel, and it's a lot easier to sell something that you know what it's all about. That's my husband and I, Nelson. We cruise a lot. We love cruising. We try out all the different products out there. What I mean, products, the different cruise line, the different suppliers. We're eventually going to move over to Europe. We're trying to plan a trip to Ireland in May. We're going to the Grand Canyon in October with a group. So you have to be willing to travel. You need to know, that Ireland is in the UK and it's not down in Africa somewhere. Your basic geography. Also, being a travel professional, you do other than the yearly contract with Montrose, and these are things you need to think about as well. You need to also think about, okay, I'm going to need business cards. I'm going to need think of my company name. What do I want to call myself? You need to go and make sure the company name is available for you online to use for your website. You need to get your own separate phone line. So when you're thinking about going into a business, you're going into a business. You have to think outside the box. I mean, there's plenty of social media out there now: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest. There's many places out there to advertise, but also you have to be comfortable talking to people on the phone. Some agents actually go to the client's home, or they meet them someplace and discuss business. So you have to be comfortable. You have to have a decent speaking voice on the phone, and also, like out here in Long Island, Montrose, I have all my business development managers that work for the different suppliers. But, there are trade shows you need to go to and find out who your local person is. And next month, they're doing the annual sandals certification program. So you got to be very actively involved in doing something. The funny thing is when my husband comes home from work, he says, "Oh, well, did you book anybody today?" I said, "But no, I've been blogging. I've been putting things on Facebook. I've been putting things up on the website." So you may not get that. Hopefully, if you're lucky, you get the phone ringing all the time or talking to somebody on email, but you're actively promoting yourself. What makes yourself different? You got to get out there and promote your business. It's just not going to come to you. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising, but you still want to get out there and try to get, that just like everybody else, they want to have their own business. They want to do their own thing. And, there's times where I'm like looking, okay, I'm not making any money this month, but you have to have a passion and a love for this business.
Cheryl, excuse me, but your talkback earpiece is not working. I wanted to let you know that you have a caller on line 1, and we have 4 minutes to our commercial break.
Okay. We have a caller on line 1. Hello, are you there?
Hi, I'm here. This is Tracy.
Hi, Tracy Inman.
Yes.
Tracy Inman is actually my sub-agent, and she's also a independent contractor with Montrose Travel. And how are you tonight, Tracy?
Hi, I'm doing great, and I'm just wanting to call in to share with our audience that I've been with Montrose Travel and Echevarria Travel for 3 months as of yesterday. I've learned so much starting up Inman Travel under Echevarria, and I really think it is wonderful to have a host agency, and I really love our host agency.
Well, thank you, Tracy. We appreciate you calling in and giving that feedback to our listeners. Emily, when we come back, we're going to go to commercial break, and when we come back, I'd like you to stay on a little more. I'm hoping we're going to get a couple more calls coming in, and then I'm going to talk about a little bit about the NFB convention and also my 2-day cruise on the Breakaway. So stay tuned. We'll be going to take a 4-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Keith Zally, your announcer here at WTOE Radio Network. We're going to take a little bit long with this break to save our files for podcasts. So don't go anywhere because there'll be more of the Echevarria Travel Show in just a bit.
Come with me, let's go. Come with me, let's go.
Emily Peters, the Business Development Manager of Montrose Travel. And I just want to give out the 800 number to call in. I guess I forgot to leak it out tonight. It's 1-888-572-0141. If you're looking to call in, that is our number, 1-888-572-0141. Before we went to commercial break, we had Tracy Inman, who's from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm in New York, and Emily's in Montrose, California. So you could be anywhere in the U.S. and be a travel agent and work with Montrose Travel, as well as Tracy is my sub-agent, which is she has Inman Travel, but she's also under the Echevarria Travel umbrella. So technically, we're partners in the business, and we work together, and I do some more one-on-one training with her. And if anybody's interested in looking to become a sub-agent before they make the big move to become fully travel agent, learn all the ropes from more one-on-one, please give me a call at my number, which is 631-456-5394. Anytime, of course, after the show and especially tomorrow. So, Emily, like I was saying before we went to commercial break, being a travel professional, you have to have a love and a passion for this, just like any other business. Before you were with Montrose, what is your background experience? Have you always been in the travel industry?
No. I've always been on sort of the administrative side of things. Actually, my first job was in a library, and I kind of went through a couple different libraries, and I didn't want to stay in that for too long. And when I found Montrose Travel and I came in, I interviewed with Andy, I kind of just knew right away that this was the right fit for me. And through actually working with Montrose, I've been able to travel more, which has been fabulous. I actually just got back from my first trip to Italy. Had never been there before. Went there with my sister, and it was great. It was really educational, and I learned a lot, and some of which I'm actually going to be able to put into a training for our home-based agents coming up here pretty soon. But I wasn't in travel before, but I've been in it now for about 3 years, and it's been great.
And I want to say Andy Mazer is she's the president, correct, of the home-based agents. Is that her title? I want to get it right.
Yes, Andy is the president of mtravel.com.
And also, there's some great support. We've been talking about the connection and support you get. There's a whole home-based agent support area that's with Debbie Harose and Rochelle Hoffman and Nancy, and they got two more support people. So whenever you call or email support, you're going to get a different person that knows what you're talking about, and to give you that extra, either pat on the back, or if you need that help or you're not sure what you're doing, take a deep breath, give them a call. In doubt, pick up the phone and call them. So that's one of the things I love about Montrose, is that they're there for you no matter what. Lenny, do we have any other calls out there? Okay. I would like to say thank you to Emily for coming on the call tonight. I really appreciate it. I know we had some technical issues going on tonight, but thank you for being a good sport. And hopefully we'll have you or Andy or Debbie again on in the future discussing other aspects of Montrose Travel.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
And we'll send you the link to see the show once it's available. Which reminds me, with the WTOE network, we're on YouTube, we're on Skype. You can call in, which is 1-888-572-0141. I'm sorry, we're not on Skype. I'm coming to you through Skype. I'm sorry. But we're on YouTube, we're on Ustream. Just go to www.throughouroureyes.org and you can listen live, or you can look at our archives and listen to the MP3s, or look at the recordings on the Echevarria Travel website to see the videos, or go to YouTube. Tonight I wanted to also remind everybody that if you haven't done so yet, next month, first of all of us, all the 8 shows that are on the WTOE network is going to be off for the month, so Lenny can have a vacation, and it's also a national convention in Orlando, Florida this year. From June 30th through July 6th. So if you haven't made your reservations, please do so. We're already in the Overflow Hotel at the Rosen Plaza. So if you haven't done so, make your airplane reservations, make your hotel reservations, make your Amtrak reservations. Get ready for the 73rd National Convention in Orlando, Florida. It's going to be really exciting this year. As many of you know, I'm the president of the Travel and Tourism Division. If you didn't know, now you do know. At our meeting, which will be happening on July 2nd, between 1 and 4 p.m., we're having 3 guest speakers. We're having Jessica Snyder from Buffalo, New York, who will be discussing the culture in China and traveling around China as a blind person. We're also going to have Rob Nevin from You Are Able, who created the software ALT, which is ALT, that can help customer service reps as well as travel professionals, whether you're a travel agent or you work either at a cruise line or a reservation system or something like that. And we also have Mark Jones. If you remember from our April show, Mark Jones is the access manager of both Disneyland and Walt Disney World Destination and Resorts. So it's going to be a real exciting meeting going on at convention. So that was that Janet in Tennessee on line 1? Jana, are you there?
How are you?
Hi, Jana. How are you?
I'm terrific. How are you doing?
Fine. How is the weather in Tennessee today?
Hot. And I'm in Nashville, so it's during the Christian music, the country music festival, and I haven't been out in it today, but I talked with a friend who said it was just crazy if you had to be outside today.
I look to go to Nashville. I'm a big country music fan. So, are they having all the music? Who's playing out there? Any big names that our listeners may know that it's actually playing at the festival?
Oh, everybody! It's I'm trying to think who's there. Well, it actually starts, I believe, tomorrow, but they've had stuff all week. And they'll have stuff until Sunday night. I know that Brad Paisley is playing at some point, and I believe, Taylor Swift is playing, and I know there's a big concert on Sunday night at LP Field, which is where the Titans Stadium is. And there's a big concert that night. So, but it's a country fan's paradise.
Wonderful. I hope to get there one of these days. The Travel and Tourism does a trip every year, and we're looking to go to Nashville probably in 2014. Anyway,
awesome.
Let me ask you, why did you call in tonight? What is your question that I can answer for you?
Well, and I may have missed this because I had to run into the other room for a minute, but I was just curious as to what the annual fees are for Montrose.
They run about almost $300 a year.
Okay.
But if you're, and I don't know if you understood what that includes, if you really don't have a background in it, there is, if you wanted to become a sub-agent and train under myself, it's $100 a year. But with that money, you're getting all the support, you're getting your website, you're getting all the training I say from soup to nuts, because you are getting a lot for that annual fee a year. You're also getting a commission structure as well. The first year you're with Montrose Travel, you get a 50-50 split. Depending on, the money you're bringing in. I mean, there's no quotas every month that you have to make a certain amount of money a month. Believe me, the first couple of months that I was in business, I didn't make anything. So you're relying on everything you sell. You're waiting, let's say, are you
there? Uh-oh.
Yeah, it looks like she froze again. We're having a hard time with her tonight.
Oh, bless her heart.
Okay, well, it looks like we'll have to end the show early because we're not able to get her. Thank you very much for calling, though. We apologize.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay. All right, that'll be it for the Echevarria Travel Show this evening. We again apologize, and we'll see you next month.
The Echevarria Travel Show is brought to you by Echevarria Travel, home of the independent traveler since 2009, specializing in worldwide destinations for the blind community. For more information on Echevarria Travel, call Cheryl at 631-456-5394 or email her at reservations@echevarriatravel.com. All words, ideas, and contents expressed on this show are those of Cheryl Echevarria and not necessarily those of the National Federation of the Blind, the Northeast New Jersey chapter, or the WTOE Internet Radio Network. Until next time, I'm Keith Zally.
Let's go. Cruise like a Norwegian.
The previous WTOE radio podcast is a commercial-free version of our live broadcast brought to you every Wednesday evening starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at through THRU-OurEyes.org.